Hello students, we are doing our chapter number 2, that is nutrition in animals, and in previous video I discussed with you about different modes of nutrition in animals, process of holozoic nutrition and nutrition in amoeba. Now in this video I will explain you human digestive system. What is digestive system? It is the system which is made up of different parts, and these parts are responsible for digestion of or breaking down of complex component of food into the simpler ones. Human digestive system is made up of two parts. One is alimentary canal and second is the digestive glands. So first of all I will discuss with you alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? It is long tube-like structure which starts at the mouth and ends at the anus. This tube is about 9 meter long, and small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal, which is about 6 meter long. So what are the different parts of alimentary canal? First is mouth or buccal cavity, second is esophagus, third is stomach, then is small intestine, then large intestine, and then rectum, and at the end the opening, that is anus. And now I will discuss with you functions of different parts of the alimentary canal. First part is the mouth or the buccal cavity. When we intake the food, it enters in a buccal cavity, and in buccal cavity different parts are present, like teeth are present, tongue is present, and different glands are present. The three pairs of glands are present, known as salivary glands. Teeth present in the buccal cavity helps in the mastication of food, that is breakdown of the food into smaller pieces. And the tongue, it is the muscular organ present at the floor of the buccal cavity, and this is responsible for tasting the food, whether the food is salty, sweet, sour or bitter. And it also helps in swallowing of the food. It also brings the food between the teeth for the chewing. And then next part is the esophagus. It is a tube-like structure which runs along the neck and the chest. It does not possess any kind of the digestive glands, and here no digestion of food takes place. It is about 25 centimeter long. In the esophagus, what is the function of esophagus? It just helps in the movement of food from the buccal cavity towards the stomach. It shows peristaltic movements, mean it is made up of muscles, so it shows rhythmic contraction and relaxation, just like this. It shows rhythmic contraction and relaxation, which pushes the food from the buccal cavity toward the stomach. Now, stomach is the J-shaped, thick-walled muscular organ, and it also possesses the glands, but I will discuss later about the glands. Stomach is muscular, so contraction of the muscles of the stomach results into the churning of food, mean grinding of the food into the fine paste, so that enzymes can work properly on the food. Then stomach leads to the small intestine. It is the longest part of the alimentary canal, as I have discussed earlier. It is the part where complete digestion of food takes place, and it is the part which is responsible for the absorption of the food after complete digestion. Then this small intestine leads to the large intestine. In the large intestine, again there is no gland and there is no digestion takes place. It just is responsible for movement of food, undigested food, from small intestines toward the rectum, and then from the rectum undigested food or the fecal matter exit from the opening, that is the anus. Then is the digestive glands. What are digestive glands? These are the structures which secrete digestive enzymes which are responsible for breakdown of the complex components of the food. So first gland is salivary gland. Three pairs of salivary glands are present in the buccal cavity. They release their secretion known as saliva, and saliva is responsible for softening of the food, moistening of the food, so that easy swallowing of the food can take place. And saliva also contains an enzyme, that is salivary amylase, and that amylase is responsible for breaking down of starch. Next gland is the liver gland. It is the largest gland present in our body. It is about 2 kilogram in weight, and it is reddish brown in color when it gives chocolatey tinge. Liver cells produce the bile juice, and this bile juice remains stored in the gallbladder. Whenever there is the need of the bile juice, it releases into the small intestine. Next is the stomach. In the stomach, gastric glands are present, and these gastric glands release the secretion known as gastric juice, which is responsible for digestion of the protein. Next gland below the stomach is the pancreas. Pancreas gland produce the juice that is known as pancreatic juice, and it also pours its secretion into the small intestine. It means in the small intestine, liver gland and pancreas gland both are pouring their secretion here. In the small intestine, in the wall of small intestine, intestinal glands are present, which are also responsible for the digestion of the food, because they contains the different kind of enzyme which can digest the different components of the food. So this was about the digestive glands and the alimentary canal. So next is the structure of teeth and dentition in the adult. Students, in the buccal cavity, we have two jaws, upper jaw and the lower jaw. And in the upper jaw and lower jaw, teeth are present, and we know that teeth are 32 in number. Here I am considering only upper jaw. There are four kinds of teeth present in our jawline. One is incisors, second is canine, third is premolars, and fourth is molar. If we see, here are four teeth, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the front teeth, and they have the sharp margins, and these teeth are responsible for the biting of the food. Next is the canines. One canine is here, one canine is here, means two canines are present in the upper jaw, and they have the sharp edges, so they are responsible for tearing of the food. Next, two premolars at one side, two premolars at another side, means total four premolars are there. They are responsible for chewing of the food, as they have the flat surfaces. Again, after that, there are the molars. Three molars at one side, three molars at another side. So total 6 molars are there in the upper jaw. If we do the sum of these numbers, then it is 16. Means 16 teeth are present in upper jaw. Same will be in the lower jaw. So total number of the teeth in a human being, adult human being, is 32. Students, I would like to say here that up to the age of 18 years, we have only 28 teeth in our mouth. 4 molars, means 1, 2 and 3, 4. 4 molars are added after the age of 18 years, and these molars are known as wisdom teeth. So then it results into the formation of 32 teeth in a adult human being. Now, the structure of tooth. Student, one part which I want to discuss here, that is about tooth. That is, tooth has two parts. It has the root which is embedded. You can see this is the root which is embedded into the jawbone, and then this is the exposed portion, and this exposed portion is known as the crown, which you usually see, which you see in our buccal cavity. That is the crown portion which is visible. This crown is made up of two parts. One is dentine and second is the enamel. Enamel is the white substance, shiny substance, and this is the hardest substance present in our body. And you can see here are two roots I have shown in incisors and in canines. There is single root, but in case of molars and premolars, they have two roots present. And you can see here are the gum, and you must take care of teeth, because if you will not clean your teeth properly, if you not brush your teeth properly, then it can get damaged by the formation of yellow sticky substance, that is plaque. When the plaque is formed over the enamel, what will happen? Whenever you will eat any sugary substance or any sweet substance, and that will deposit over it along with saliva and the bacteria present there will produce acid by digesting the starch, and that acid will corrode the enamel and result into the cavity in your teeth. So as a result, your teeth will be damaged. So we should take care of our teeth. We should brush 2 times in a day. Next is the types of teeth. Student, teeth are of two types. One is milk teeth and second is the permanent teeth. Milk teeth is also known as the first set of teeth as they arise during infancy at the age of 6 months onward. These teeth are not permanent, they are temporary one. At the age of 6 to 8 years, they are replaced by the permanent teeth, and their number is only 20. Permanent teeth are also known as the second set of teeth. They arise in the human body at the age of 6 to 8 years, and they persist throughout the life, and their number is 32 in case of adult, and up to the age of 18 their number is 28.